Hi folks, we've got the Hedgiez with us today because what we're going to do today is we're going to take the fur covers off and clean them, and you're going to take the back feet apart on this one and give them a clean, because you did on the pink one but you haven't on this one, have you?
Yeah, they've got a little ratchet mechanism inside them, and they've picked up a lot of debris and grit from the carpet, which stops them working effectively. And when I cleaned one, it worked much better, so I thought I'll clean the whole lot.
And then we're going to have a peek inside one of these hedgehogs.
Yeah.
We want to see how easy it would be to change the LEDs in the eyes for different colour.
Oh, yeah, you're not keen on the green LEDs, are you?
No.
I aren't really. It's probably the worst choice.
It is, isn't it? I was thinking maybe amber for this one and blue for this one.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
And of course, if we have a peek inside, we can have a better look at the mechanism from the inside.
Yeah, the mechanism that helps it, the mechanism that enables it to roll over. Yeah.
That should be interesting, seeing exactly how it works and
but we're going to put it all
formed.
back. We're going to put it all back together so it works.
I hope so.
Right.
Hope there's no springs in there that are going to bounce out like's happened in some toys and you can't get them back in.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to do is take these screws out so that I can remove the shells off the hedgehogs. Last one. Okay, there we are. Put the screws in a little cup so I don't lose them. So usually when I clean up animatronic toys, I use isopropyl alcohol so that there's no risk of water getting into any of the electronics. But today, all we've got is a plastic shell with fur on, so there's nothing to worry about. So I'm going to just try cleaning this with laundry detergent and water. Wow, that's looking cleaner. Water's certainly dirty as well. So I'll empty this dirty water and put some fresh hot water in and give it a rinse. So I'll empty the soapy water again, put some fresh hot water in Give it one more rinse. I think that might do it. That water's really clear now, so I'll get a clean towel and dry this off as much as I can. So I've dried off as much as I can. It's not very wet now. So I'll leave the last bit to dry naturally. But that's looking really clean. So I followed the same process with the other one, and the colours on them have come up so bright. So they're both super clean, but also really bright now.
1, 2.
So Paul's going to clean up the feet of the purple Hedgie. Can you remember which one you cleaned on the pink one, or are you just going to take them both off and then look at them so you can see which one?
Yeah, so we'll take all 4 feet off and then we'll take them apart and have a look at what's inside. You remind me of a Volkswagen Beetle, these things. I think I'll do 1 foot at a time just in case there's any difference between the components.
Oh, right, okay.
In terms of symmetry. So you can see, once you take them apart, how much gunk that these little feet and the wheels pick up off the carpet.
It's like something out of a vacuum cleaner bag, isn't
like
it?
Hairs, carpet fibres and sort of like just
I guess the acting like little mini vacuum cleaners, aren't they?
And all that stops this little ratchet mechanism working properly. So let's clean it up.
I suppose it's the same with the fur coverings. I mean, they're rubbing against the floor. It's almost like the fur coverings are acting like some sort of cleaner on your carpet. We were just saying about these fur coverings that since they've been wet, we noticed that they're actually made of 3 strips of fur joined here and here.
Yeah, so
you can see here on the purple one as well.
So they should be easy to recover then because of that.
Yeah, it'd be really easy to take one of these off, take them apart, get a pattern from it, and make a fresh fur covering really quickly. So what are you using to clean that up with, Paul?
Just some of that spray-on surface cleaner, nothing special. Something you use in a kitchen or a bathroom. Gets rid of all the grime quite nicely. It's only 4 components, 2 feet and this rubber wheel with a ratchet cog on, and the actual ratchet mechanism itself, which looks like some sort of little pendulum.
Just talking about fur coverings, I'm more tempted to do a custom now because I can see how that's sewn together, how
Yeah.
simple it would be, and that I could do it on the sewing machine. I wouldn't have to hand sew it, do it really quickly. And if I did a custom, I think what would be the most involved thing would be painting the actual body.
Yeah, you do it with some sort of spray paint then.
I think it would have to be spray paint.
Right, I'm just going to clean these out in the sink with a bit of water. You can see there's quite a bit of muck in there.
Yeah, well, I could see even before. Yes, I think it would have to be spray paint. It would just make a mess of it to try and do it with acrylics with a brush. So it'd be spray paint. I'd have to use primer first, and then the colour that I would want to use. So the colour that I would want to use would depend on the fur that I used, because I would obviously want to match it to some degree. So it'd probably be some sort of fawn colour that would want to spray them. I don't know how this would work though, because this is like rubbery. So I don't think you could spray that. I think what I would have to do is, that would have to be covered in latex. Colour the latex and put latex over here, because you couldn't paint it. The good thing about latex is it's water based.
Yeah.
So you can glue it as well.
Right.
Be quite interested in making that rubbery face, making a covering out of latex, because that would allow me to maybe make it a little bit different, a little bit of different character.
So you'd make a complete new face for it then?
I would cover the face with a latex face.
Right.
And glue it on. That's looking good, Paul.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put it back together then.
Those feet are so cute and dinky, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not only a fantastic little mechanism in them, but they're so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. Okay.
So, foot number 1 is done.
Even sounds better.
Wonder if that's going to improve the performance. We did find that the main thing to do with these is to have them on a hard surface, though. They don't like carpet and they don't like fabric. Best to have them on a hard, flat surface for them to be able to do the rolls properly, and the handstands.
No, this is, yeah, I can tell I've cleaned this one already. Yeah, I thought it was working okay as well, that one. So, was it the pink one I cleaned? The
Yes,
feet? It was,
yes,
yeah.
yes. You haven't done any of the purple.
Right, okay, so
feet.
that one's fine, that one can go back together.
Look at these. They're like, they're so dinky and neat and fab and work so well. I just love them.
Oh, well, that's pretty clean inside, that one is.
Well, do you know, I'm not that surprised, because the purple one overall looked like it was in better condition.
Right.
The fur covering wasn't anywhere near as dirty.
Right. So,
And of course it was the pink one that had the corrosion in the battery cover.
right, okay. So this one doesn't need doing. There's nothing inside it.
Brilliant.
In fact, it almost looks new. How strange.
Well, it can't have been used much, because obviously when you roll, they'll pick up dirt very, very quickly. And that wasn't very dirty at all, that covering. So I think it's been hardly used, this one.
Or it could indicate that it's come from a very, very clean house.
I think it's just not been played with, Paul.
Okay. So presumably then the second foot is okay. You think it's not been played with? Oh, that sounds a shame.
Well, some are, aren't they?
I suppose some toys have a very short life, don't they?
Don't always appeal to
Yeah.
all kids, do they?
No. Okay, so
Just get put in a cupboard after playing with it one day. The number of reviews I've read on Amazon where people complain about toys because the kid only played with them for half an hour and then it just got stuck in the cupboard. And sometimes I think, well, is that the toy or is that your child?
Yeah. And this one's super clean as well.
Oh, excellent. Saved you a job.
There's not a hair or a grain of sand in there. They do work well. Nice click.
You can see on the front feet as well. Look how dirty that is.
It's had a harder life.
On the front feet. But this one, they don't look worn at all, the front feet. So yeah, it's hardly been played with, that one.
We'll start with this one then. So this is the one that had the super clean feet. They've been very easy to take apart these and put back together.
Yeah, that's one of the really nice things about them, isn't it?
Yeah, some toys are so difficult.
That wonderful battery box.
Yeah, the battery box, how it came apart in 2 pieces to allow
and
access.
how you don't even have to really get into the main body to clean the battery box and check the battery box. It's just so satisfying.
So those didn't need doing, and we only did one of these, didn't we? Because when I took the other one apart, I'd realised that I'd cleaned it a couple of days ago, and you could tell it was super clean as well.
Why are you putting those back on when we're going to investigate inside that hedgehog? When you have to, or do the feet? Can the feet?
Right, yeah. To investigate inside the hedgehog, it's this part we'll have to take off.
Right, so you can put the feet back on.
Yes, they won't be coming off again. They won't get in the way with for an internal investigation.
Oh, that's good. It's very modular, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I would think as well. I mean, these seem very well made anyway. But even if you got something wrong with one of them, I would imagine they're very easy to sort of swap parts from one to another.
Yeah.
So you're taking the base off first.
Yeah. Rather than the side screws holding the rolling shell.
And we are doing this primarily to see how easy it would be to replace the LEDs with different coloured LEDs. And then secondly, we're just curious anyway to have a peek inside.
Yeah. That's just crossed my mind. You know, you asked me if you could have pink LEDs. I said they don't make that colour, but you can get a tri-coloured LED, which can be adjusted.
But different colours.
Yeah, and you can get a sort of pinky purple coming
pay
out.
more for those though.
You do, yeah.
You mean you've actually got some amber coloured LEDs in?
Yes.
So we'll just use those.
Okay.
Do you not have to take the ones off the side before it'll come away?
I'm not sure, I don't think so.
But they've got screws going into the side, so would that not hold the...
Let's just proceed slowly. It seems to be separated, but yeah, we'll take the screws out of the side then as well, yeah. There's a short screw in the side. Okay, so this component, just making a note for myself on reassembly, it's keyed.
I can see. Yeah, it's got like a ridge here, hasn't it? Where.
So we're sliding that back along the wires, and This one is also keyed. Okay.
So you did have to take the screws out the side.
You were right. And I was wrong.
I'm surprised I was right because I normally know nothing.
Okay. Let's hope nothing comes apart and we don't know where to put it back. Wow.
Oh,
okay.
that's nice and neat, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Do you want to point a few things out, Chucker?
Yeah, okay, the things that I can see straight away. I can see a copper foil touch sensor at the bottom.
Yeah.
I can see potentiometer variable resistor here, which is keyed into the movement mechanism, so that's positional feedback for it.
Right.
It knows how far it's put its shell over. Motor, obviously. Tilt sensor. Melted, but one of the mechanical type.
Is it?
Ball bearing.
Ball bearing.
Tube, yeah.
Oh wow! And you know they're not that old these, and they're still using ball bearing in a tube.
But it's adequate. Okay, we can see that we can get access to the LEDs there.
You can see the copper foil of the.
That's right. Yeah, another
touch
copper foil
on the forehead.
On the forehead.
There's one. Oh, I can see the one underneath as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one you pointed out?
That's the one I pointed out, yeah.
That's a tummy. That's a tummy sensor.
So there are two touch sensors there, one on the forehead.
So the nose, is that a touch sensor or is it a switch?
It looks like a switch, I would say, Jude.
It must be anyway, because you do a short press or a long press, that would be more likely to be a switch than a touch sensor, wouldn't it? You can see this is different material, rubbery material that's put over there. That is interesting. Do you know, I was talking about a latex covering, but I could actually make this entire thing out of latex, make a new face that'll slot over these. That would be really interesting.
We can see this mechanism here. This is these two screws. This component, you can see there's a slot in it with a spring here.
Yes.
So this gets driven backwards and forwards, and it pushes. That's what makes the nose
go
in and out.
the nose.
That's about all I can see at the moment.
So LEDs, Paul. How would you proceed?
Okay, so the LEDs are here. These are the two wires. That's one LED light, and this is the other one. So we'd have to dismantle the face to get access to the LEDs behind here.
Right. Okay. I'm fascinated by how this has gone on here. So you could even use silicone because you don't need to glue it. It's just all put over these holes, these pegs to keep it in place. It's no glue.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is silicone.
I don't know. Should we take it off?
No, I don't want to do that with this one.
Okay.
Oh, do you mean to see if you can get access to the LEDs?
Well, that's the face.
So
what we would do then to make it easy for ourselves, we would want to take the face off, separate it from the body, so that I can work on it.
You would have to snip these ways and rejoin them.
Okay, so this is the LED wire for the right eye looking at the front. So the left, that's for the touch sensor. And this is for the switch, where you press the nose and it operates.
Oh, I see.
So...
That's interesting.
It could all be desoldered, apart from this switch, which would have to be unscrewed and taken off, so we could get access to the face then.
Right, so where would you desolder?
So desolder here, desolder here, and then release this screw, and I think the switch will come away on this little piece of circuit board. And then the face will come away. I can take it apart and renew the LEDs for some amber ones.
Right.
Interestingly, down there, there's a bit of what looks like to be corrosion, is it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it did leak badly, the battery box.
Right, looks like it might have just started to get into the switch somehow.
It's not actually damaged any of the components
No,
on that board.
No.
Lucky. Shows what can happen though.
Remarkably simple design.
I love this face. How the face can just come off. It's all one piece of rubber. It's not even glued on, just put over these pegs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually make one out of silicone. You don't have to make it out of latex. Now, I could make a mould using 2-part silicone putty because the silicone that we've got, the pourable, we've used that in the 2-part silicone putty and it didn't adhere to it.
Right.
So we could make a mould out of 2-part silicone putty, mix up the colour of latex I want that's going to match the fur and the paint, pour it in, you got yourself a new face. I think that's got to be done, Paul.
Yeah.
Not on this one, on a different model, but yeah, really fancy doing that. So folks, we're going to put these all back together. We'll show you how they're looking with the clean fur on them in the next video, and hopefully in the next video we can change the colour of the LEDs on this, Paul. But that's it for this video, folks. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.